back stronger. come back stronger.
Let's dance!
Is my mic set up properly right now, or did I break it on the stream? I think it's okay. I'll have to check. So my early game plan here is to not feed the super hard kill lane Lucian Nautilus. We're just gonna try and get Spell Thief stacks and stay alive until Rift Herald. That's pretty much the goal. Also, their jungler's probably not going to gank because it's the Shyvana. Maybe, though. Lucian Nautilus is pretty strong gank setup. But we have an Ezreal. He scales well. Pew pew pew. Fairly safe against Nautilus. I can just kind of... I'm actually going to go ward their buff early and just see what way Shyvana's pathing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn." Minions have spawned. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Okay, so that game felt pretty good overall. I was a bit behind tempo on the Spell Thief's procs. Didn't get it quite by 7 minutes. Or that wave, because we were in a rough lane. I'm going to review in a second. I've learned you have to give it a few seconds before clicking the download replay button. If you click it too quick, then half-ish of the time it'll be like, that's not available. It's probably because it's still saving on the server or something. So I wait like a minute and then I download the replay and hope it works. It seems to be more consistent that way. Replay is downloading. Replay downloaded. I made one silly-ish play. I kind of baited Ezreal. So the play I made early, I'll see if I can find it, but holy fuck, I had 121 vision score at 33 minutes. That's like almost 4 vision score per minute. What the fuck? That's good. So one thing I will say for sure is having this plan, like, I'm not realistically much of the time gonna get my support quest 1 done by after the 7-minute siege wave. But having that as a goal, it is possible. So having it as a goal makes me play like really intensely to try and get it, kind of thing. And it also forces me to look for cheeky plays, basically, even if it's just quick trades and whatnot. But what is the manual camera? Actually, no, I'll just put it on me.
To Summoner's Rift.
So as I said in the pregame, I decided to not bother warding bottom brush because I felt like if I just stood in this, whoops, I can ping in practice mode or in review. Look at this. I didn't know you could ping in the replay. Oh, that's funny. Can you do other pings in the replay? No, just the normal ping. Okay. So Ezreal here learned E, which is awesome. I like when people don't level up a spell until they need it. But yeah, so I went top here to place this, because I know Shyvana's like to start red a lot of the time. I wasn't expecting to see them invade early with the Shyvana, just because, I mean, she does good damage early, but she has literally, like, no CC. But anyway, I didn't want to try and contest this early against a Nautilus, because I felt like Nautilus Lucian, if I try and contest that, it's like I could if I was really good at like baiting the hook and like dodging and never getting, like, even if I just get basic attacked by Nautilus, I'm dead at like level 1 to that lane. So right here was a little bit risky. They could have been cheesing me in that front bush because we did see Shyvana starting topside. Like right here when I saw Shyvana. So they pinged on the way. I obviously can't see that game. That's them. They're currently trying to cheese us in Tribush. But when I saw her up here, it's a Nautilus Lucian. Like, they're going to try and cheese, right? So they're either going to cheese in this bush or in this bush. Maybe mid bush, but like they're going to cheese in one of those bushes, right? When I say cheese, it's like, it's a valid strategy. I'm not like tilting on it. When you try and get a kill before minions even spawn, I could just call it cheesing. What I really should have done here, unless I did it subconsciously. No, I didn't. What I honestly really should have done here was just walk up beside the minions and then like stood here-ish while I was waiting for Ezreal, because I don't know if you can see my mouse. Hopefully you can see my mouse. If not, then rip. Because if I'm here, I'm either out of range of a hook from here, but technically in range, but I can react. Like, I know myself well enough to know that if a hook comes out of this bush, I can just walk, like I can sidestep it. Worst case, I can just W sideways, right? So I could have walked up here with the minions, but that's fine. It's not egregious. The scary part is right here. Like, where I am here, this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. There's no reason for me to walk up here. That's trolling. Because I don't know. I know in the back of my mind, like literally as I was doing this in the back of my mind, I'm like, they could be there. Nah, they're not going to be there. Right? Like, I knew they could be, but I didn't respect it. even though I actively, it wasn't even like a subconscious, it was like a conscious as I'm walking up. They could be there. I guess I was like relying on my W reaction time, but the Nautilus can easily just hook backwards. Like, of course the Rakan's gonna dash backwards. So, also, is this picking up the game? Okay, it is good. Basically, I should have just chilled here until Ezreal arrived. Ezreal also had to start E, which is kind of annoying. But basically, if I just sit here and they just sit here and no one contests the minions, I'm still in XP range. And they're in XP range, but like it's a neutral, like no one's getting anything, right? So it's fine. Just wait for Ezreal to arrive. So probably take that as a note to myself. How do I do this? How do I do this? I finished Silver 3. I played Rakan. I did consider the Bush contest. I'm just gonna note yes, and actively opted not to against not Lucian because that is terrifying. Instead, warded Shiv red early and spotted her. Early game strategy again. Oh, why is this not? Hello? There we go. So the early game strategy, I did actively think about it. I think I'm going to start doing that in games, like in the loading screen and champion select. I'm going to talk about the strategy just so I can really think it through. Early game strategy. Yes. Opted to play safe versus bot lane and just try to stack spell thieves. Didn't really expect Shiv to gank much. Stay healthy and wait for Rift. That was basically the plan. I said it in pregame. I just wanted to stay healthy, wait for Rift Herald. And I did that, and it worked out. Level 2 was like considered. I knew I had my W to get out. I'm just going to put yes, there wasn't anything fancy there. Third wave gank. I honestly wasn't really concerned about this. Like, I considered it, but I just ignored it. I think in the end, I can't remember if it was at some point Shyvana came, but I don't remember now. Yeah, so they tried to cheese there. I should have waited. That's okay. So right here, I'm just trying to, like, all I'm trying to do is look for basic attacks on the Nautilus when I can. Normally I'd pressure the Lucian, but Lucian can, like, shoot Q double shoot me, which is kind of scary. So I'm just trying to get my spell thieves, because again, I'm not trying to like bully them out of lane. Just want spell thieves, and I don't have to use all of them as long as it's like ticking down. I'm happy. Yeah, so that was the level 2 that I expected. Yeah, okay, right there was a little bit silly. It wasn't the end of the world. That could have been better. So right here, I walked up just because I wanted a basic attack on the Lucian. It was literally greed for this, for tribute. It's one of those like pushing limits things, try to get a basic attack in. I could have W'd. If I did, I would have died. If I was feeling super strong, what I could, or super strong, super confident, what I could have done was waited here for like literally where I am, wait there until this minion dies. And Ezreal's probably going to Q, like basic attack and Q this thing, right? Which is going to get me level 2. And then if Lucian is still here, then I could actually W him, and if Nautilus throws a hook, even if he hits me, I think I'm safe enough under tower with my E or my Q. I think I went Q second this game because I didn't want to engage on them. But either way, I shouldn't have walked up to basic attack this because it's a Lucian with first strike. That was just silly. I should have backed up there, that's all. Not a big deal. Just note to self, I'm not going to write that one down. because no way I'm gonna like read specifics like that. And then here what I'm doing is I'm actually thinking to myself, this new strategy the game plan is I really want to stay in lane until after the cannon minion on the 4th minute wave dies, right? I'm timing the waves based on when they get to this tower, right? So this wave that's here gets to this tower at 2:30, so that's, like, I'm calling that the 2:30 cannon or siege or cannon wave, whatever. The 4-minute cannon wave is a nice recall timing in my mind, because it shows up here at 4 minutes, which means it's like if you're in a neutral lane, like I'm just hypothetically, if you're in a neutral lane, that means it's here around like what, 410-ish, 410, 450, probably 410-ish. And then the cannons take a little bit to die, so the cannon's probably dying between like 415 to 430, just depending on how we focus stuff and how hard we blow, all that kind of stuff. And if I recall, then that lets me grab boots, 1 more health pot, and a pink. And recalling around 430 is super awesome timing, because that's the second clear gank timer that junglers have, like 430 to 5-ish, maybe 530. So if I recall at 430 after that wave, I get boots, pink ward, and a pot, and I completely avoid that gank timer unless they're willing to sit around for 8 years. And then I can come back out and like ward here, or if I expect or suspect they're doing dragon, can like more actively contest it or drop a ward here for just playing super safe for lane, like that kind of stuff. I really like that back timing. I think I'm gonna stick with it for a while. But yeah, so my goal is to be healthy enough that I feel comfortable staying in lane until then. And as much as I can, not having this sit at 3 stacks. Which is hard in this lane, because if I try and just like... Even against other aggressive champions, Nautilus is particularly annoying, because he doesn't even have to like react and use an ability. If he's just standing there, he basic attacks you and roots you, which is really annoying. And that cancels Rakan's dash is the important bit. And also Lucian can just kill you. But the thinking here is I'm going to be a little bit behind on tempo for Tribute, which is fine. Just get as much as I can, even just 1 poke here and there occasionally, just to keep it cycling. Burn as much as I can safely. Right here, I knew he was going to go for the cannon minion, like the relic, whatever it's called, relic shield. So I just literally waited, because I was kind of chunked a bit, so I just waited for him to go for the cannon minion to throw my Q. And right here, I'm just kind of like being cheeky, trying to find basic attacks on him. And right here, I know he's going up, so I get a free Q. Get wrecked, Nautilus. All your damage has been undone. Actually, that was Lucian damage. So here we're pushing out. Shyvana realistically shouldn't be bought right now, because she should be heading top side, or like fairly soon, to do a second clear. Like, she might be recalling around now and heading top for her next clear. He just tries to hook me through a minion, forgets he can't. I go in here because he randomly used his Q for no reason, right? This is just a super textbook bread and butter punish. I'm positioning off the side of the minions. I like doing this because you can kind of like peek in and out, and supports always think they can throw their hooks at you, but then the hitbox is big enough that it just latches onto the minion, which is like hilarious. See, like that. And he wastes his hook, so we get a free kill. I can't remember if we get a kill here, but we... Okay, yeah, we do kill him. And then right here, I believe... No, it's the next time. Israel goes a little bit ham. No, yeah, okay, it is here. So I didn't expect the Shyvana to be here, because I figured she would be, at this timing, clearing top side. Because in my mind, if you start top, and you do your shenanigans, like she's a full clear jungle, right? Even if she skips a single camp, I feel like she should be basing and then going here. But this means, in my mind, her entire top side should be up right now, or at least respawning very soon, if it's not already up. Like, it was when I saw her here, it was like I was like, "What the fuck? You shouldn't be down here for another 45 seconds at least." So I'm gonna quickly check. Was her? And how do you turn off Fog of War? Oh, is it a F? Okay, so now I'm confused. So this means she... So what did Shyvana do this game? Let me just go back. She started red. Oh, did I just have the timer too fast? Like, did she actually just take that long to clear that she was still here? I didn't check her items at the time. Yeah, okay, she was actually just still here. My bad. She just came straight on. That's funny. Okay, I didn't actually know that the full clear gank was that late. The reason I was confused is because usually when I'm jungling, if I'm ganking a lane on a full clear, you tend to be able to gank around like 3:15, 3:30. So the fact that she was here this early actually just kind of threw me off. But noted. I'll adjust my... I'll assume that 4 minutes, up until 4 minutes, is the first clear. And then just wait a little bit. So just... I mean, we don't get like wrecked here or anything. But I honestly thought she would be here running back out by now. That's okay. Noted. I'll write that down. Third wave gank. Didn't expect it, and we were pushed in anyway. Second clear gank. I overestimated? Underestimated. Oh yeah, I underestimated how long full clear takes. Shiv ganked at 3:45 when I figured she would have recalled to go back top when she didn't show up anywhere around 3:30. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's not a huge error this game because I don't really care about Shyvana ganks pre-6, like what she can do. I probably should have pinged to attack the wave here because it's gonna freeze right there. Oh yeah, here's the silly thing. Basically, because I didn't ping to push, like this is normally like see the 4-minute canyon, the 4-minute siege wave. Like this guy will be here at 4 minutes. This is the one that I want to kill, like push and then recall, right? I don't remember how to switch to... How do you switch to gold? I forget. Interface? Show scoreboard, show health versus alert ping, show hide. Character menu? Is that it? No? Okay. Time controls. Wait, toggle time controls. Oh, okay. Scoreboard. X. Okay. X. There we go. So like right here, I have enough to buy boots. 300 gold, a pot 550, and pink ward is 75. Obviously I have more than that, but in my mind, the previous recall time, the previous really good recall timing is to clear the wave before this, the cannon before this. So the 230 cannon, but then you don't have enough gold for all of that. I suppose what I could do is, because ideally I want to go back on a cannon wave, but when we're in a situation like this, not like this, sorry, like this, when we're here, so they're gone, blah, blah, blah. What I should be doing right now is pinging for Ezreal to crash this wave because I have enough money at this point that I don't need to wait for the next one. And even though technically going back on a cannon is better, the Shyvana is nearby. Nautilus should be coming back fairly soon, and we have an easy crash right now. Right, like there's 4 minions, a bunch of them are chunked, and our like the next minion wave is a good like 20 seconds, 15 seconds away. So we can easily clear this and then go back. I don't even care if Lucian freezes it, honestly. Like it's not the best for us, but I'd rather take the back timing. So in this case, I should have not waited for that and then recalled, especially because I'd previously in the math that I was doing noted that if you basically for every 2 major extra sources of gold, so tower plates, assists, etc., you can go back 1 cannon wave earlier, but for every like we got 1 take, like we could have just gone back on the previous wave, even though it's not optimal, is the point. Basically, think to myself, if get a kill or something, like if we get some extra gold and we're in a state where we're not going to be able to safely shove in the cannon, which we're not because it's going to be under tower, it's going to be like here, against I know Lucian's low, but Nautilus is still scary under tower. Should just push this and go back. Because right here, I bait the Ezreal. I think he thought I was trying to tower dive them. Or I was trying to kill the Lucian or something, which I wasn't. So Nautilus is here right now. But yeah, like that's entirely my fault. But I know how to do better there next time. That was silly. Silly. I don't even know where to take a note. Played very well overall. Happy with approach to lane. Took a silly trade with, or sorry, not even a trade. Took free damage under tower for no reason. Actually, that's not true. Greeting for spell thief stacks. And baited Ezreal to die on 4-minute siege wave instead of just pushing 330 wave. Instead of just crashing. Ah! Whoa, why did this turn green? The fuck? Fill, reset. I don't understand. Why is this green? Why is this green? Format. Conditional formatting. Oh. How do I... Can I like... D. It's in the wrong column. D. Done. Okay. However, overall happy with the approach to lane. Took free damage. Greeting for spell thief stacks. I'm not actually upset at myself for greeting for spell thief stacks and taking damage there. I'm happy that I did that. Like, I'm happy that I greeted for the stacks kind of thing. I just know that it was dumb. Yeah, baited Ezreal to die on the 4-minute siege wave instead of just pushing. Especially because we got the kill. Like, especially, I should have just planned to go back on the net, like crash the wave as soon as possible and go back, kind of thing. It's probably just the simplest way to think about that. Here. Zoom. So right here, I bought the stuff, and this one up here, I think. So I believe I hovered towards bot just because Lee Sin was pathing this way, and I was like, he might be doing a thing, so I was just following him kind of. But my plan, yeah, was to do this. And then here, I was really happy with this play. I knew Ezreal was safe, even though he's like technically slow pushing out. He's Ezreal, so he's just inherently safe. And like I know he's gonna go back soon, all that kind of stuff. But so he pushes out. I literally am just waiting here, just because I'm like, what's gonna happen? And then Fizz decides to all in a level 6. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm not gonna analyze this too much, but just note 6, 5, 6, 5. Like he's 5, he's 6. Don't know why he did this, but I was just sitting here because he's overextended. I honestly didn't think the Fizz was gonna all in the guy. I had no idea what was gonna happen. My guess was that because Shyvana had done that super early gank for a Shyvana, I figured she would just like, I don't know, sprint in from one of the sides. So I'm just sitting here waiting for that in case. But then Fizz suicides for no reason. I W'd there obviously because Fizz had used all his mobility. Gets free kill. And then this is just like Nautilus clearly didn't check vision or anything beforehand. Cool, happy with that. Just passing back bot. I think I just sit in here for a little bit. No, okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, right. I'm thinking to myself, I need to use my stacks! The thinking here was literally that he can't kill me, so I'm just gonna use my stacks. Oh, this is where Ezreal lost his fucking mind. Like, everything I have, I think, is on cooldown here. Yeah, like literally everything is on cooldown. I could have ignited him. True. I could have ignited him, but that kind of relies on the Ezreal doing that. And, I'm honestly not too unhappy with the play there. Right here, I wanted to crash the wave and go back, but Ezreal wanted to freeze it, so I didn't want to tilt him because I had baited him earlier, kind of thing. But I also didn't think, like, after he pinged to freeze, I was like, okay, that's not too bad of an idea. Because it lets us get a little bit of farm. I can bully this guy, get some Spell Thief stacks. I want to go back on the 7-minute cannon wave. So not this one, but the one that's coming in right now. So I'm like, yeah, okay, freeze here is fine. Benefits me. I'll just sit in fog. I'm really sad that I missed that. The E out there wasn't even to avoid the hook. It was to give Ezreal the heal. I probably just should have walked down. I knew it was going to hook me. So this is a really sketchy situation because I'm super low health against that. This is why I wanted to push the previous wave when Ezreal was back pinging me. Like I kind of settled for what Ezreal wanted to do up here, right? Like there's this huge fucking wave, so I'm like, okay, we're low as hell. We just zone them off. Let's just push. And then Ezreal said, no, I want to freeze, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking they're going to come back and be way stronger than us just due to health. Ezreal wants to freeze, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I have a little bit of time here. Can soak some stuff. I'm relying on the Nautilus to walk up and be dumb and give me some free stacks. So, like, I think the correct play here is to clear this and then go back, because we have plenty of time to clear it. Like, the minions are way back here. I do think that is the correct play. Like, clearing this, pushing, go back. Maybe if I feel really crazy, I can get some Spell Thieves off the tower. Like, I think that's objectively correct. But because I didn't want to tilt the Ezreal too much, I figured, okay, it's not the end of the world if we freeze and just soak until the next cannon wave. And Nautilus shouldn't have walked up here, and I can't. That's stupid that I missed that Q. That Q actually would have changed the lane state nice enough. But see right here, now the problem is they're gonna come back with like full health and stuff and blah blah blah. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, just knowing this current situation, but it was okay. I'm being greedy for Spell Thieves. So right here, all I want to do is clear this wave and go back. I walk up a little bit much there and almost die to the guy, which is bad. So I just need to not do that. I'm gonna note this. Wanted to crash a wave to recall, but as wanted to freeze. The freeze wasn't horrible, but I should have played more passively instead of getting chunked, so I could clear the next wave safely. I think that's how to phrase that one. I just didn't quite, like, I half adapted to what Ezra wanted to do. I didn't fully respect, like, just need to go back and not do the Dayu. So yeah, I end up just recalling here, I think, because I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? I fucked that up. It's okay. Like, I made the right decision, and I half adapted. I just didn't fully adapt. I think he just feeds, yeah, for no reason. That's okay. I want to go top here. I'm kind of like doing this like weird hovering towards bot. Because I want to do Rift Herald, but Lee Sin, I didn't know where he was going to go when he spawned, and he started going this way. So it was just in case Lee Sin came back this way out of like a tilt thing for Dragon. But yeah, overall happy with this. I feel like hitting the thing is worth because it makes the eyeball open faster, but I don't actually know. Because like I could just stand up here or stand mid lane waiting for something. Right here I just wanted to use Rift right away because it looked like there was an opening. Just because the Vex is winning really hard. It went a bit more shaky than anticipated. Because I think I went in here a little bit hard. Okay, I didn't go for... Yeah, sorry, I remember now. I was like, why did I try and kill the Fizz here? I wasn't trying to kill the Fizz. What it was is... I saw we had a big wave. I should have gone a little bit earlier, probably. But I saw we had a big wave. And this wave is coming in. And the Lucian was bottom. So I'm like... Okay, I'm just going to push this so we can get some chunking on the tower. Which is a little bit forced. But... I don't think I would have had another chance where the jungler was there waiting for me to do it. So if this was like really high rating and I could trust people to do stuff, there's probably a more optimal way to play this. But I'd have to think about it more. Overall though, it went decently. I missed the Q there. Goober. Oh, this is hilarious. So if I hit the Q, it would have been much better. But I also could have waited for the Fizz to finish his, right here. So Fizz Q'd in, and then right here, I W'd early. Like, obviously the Fizz is going to troll pull. I could have just aimed better and waited a second. I rushed a bit, basically. I'm sad that I died here. I had to guess what way the Nautilus was going to go. Right here, Izania's literally to not die to this Riptide, is that what it's called? Yeah. Izania's here to not die to Riptide. And I'm thinking, okay, if I just W the wall, there is a chance, a very slim chance, that I will get over the wall and not get hit by anything and live. And then I have to pick a random direction between down here and up here to get out safely. I chose to go up this way, like up here, purely thinking that because Blast Cone is up, I figured what they would do is when I go over the wall here, they would walk down and take Blast Cone to gap close on me because I'd have to come down this way. So they would do that. But I went up this way, or around here, thinking like, okay, they're going to Blast Cone to here, and then by then I'll be over here instead of down here. But I think Nautilus just swooped around and predicted it. I guess the other option, instead of Wing this, was to W down here and try to use the Blast Cone myself. But I was worried that the Fizz was in range to Q at some point, and like basically like you can buffer it from before I'm out of range, and I was worried that if I didn't drop vision as fast as possible, even if I did W to here, he'd be able to Q me here while I was here and it would kill me, kind of thing. So it's like right here he wastes that, but then I'm worried that, so right here I literally do that because I wanted to drop vision, because if I dash this way I feel like the Fizz can like buffer Q on me and I'm gonna die, because just because I'm in vision, right? So he can click on me. This way I'm out of vision, so I think that is the correct play. And then right here I was just sad because I figured they would assume that I was gonna walk down this way. The reason I figured they would assume that is because this is a more direct line towards like bush than going down and around and up and whatnot over here. But they actually just perfectly split, which I didn't expect, and it sucks, but it's okay. I'm still happy with how I played that. And then I think that's it for right now that I want to look at. Overall, there's a bunch of other stuff in the game that happens. I'm really happy with all of it for the most part. Let me just go through really quick and see if anything cool. Yeah, they just randomly both use their ultimates. I'm just hoping I'm pushing because I want to go back and buy the thingy. Yes, I kill steel did here, and I got flame pinged for it. I would do this again if I had the option. Honestly, I didn't know if Shyvana had like Ghost or whatnot available, and I didn't want to risk. I also wasn't paying enough attention. I didn't know the cooldown on Lee Sin Q. Vex had just used literally everything, and I didn't want to risk some stupid fucking shit where the Lee Sin goes, oh, the Shyvana's gonna juke, and throws the Q up this way and misses, and then Shyvana walks over here on 1 HP and all that shenanigans, right? I'm happy. I'm fine with that. Yes, I got pinged. I don't care. Learn to kill the enemy. Right here. Oh, I thought I got pushed off there. I guess not. Oh yeah, I literally only showed here because the Ezreal wanted to clear that ward. Which is fine. Showing for ward. I figured, okay, this one was, I kind of figured the Nautilus was somewhere nearby. I didn't know exactly where, but I felt like we were strong enough at this point that we could fight them. Because I know that, like, just Ezreal is really pew pew pokey pokey, and I can crowd control them. I'm not too worried. So I'm like, he's somewhere. I don't really care. I probably should W the Lucian, honestly. But oh, I did a Lucian. Okay. And I was wrong on our ability to be able to fight them. But then they overcommit and die. So that was just a learning experience. I thought we were fine. Technically weren't, but then they fucked up. It's okay. Isoki. Oh yeah. This made me happy. Nothing super crazy, but I was waiting. The Fizz looked like he was trying to do a bait and switch where he's targeting the Ezreal and then catches me off guard by throwing the, like, I honestly thought, like, right here as I'm walking away, I'm like, he is waiting for me to drop my guard, looking like he's going to go on Ezreal and then throw it at me because I'm levels down. And assassins always go for the kills, right? Not the priority or whatever. So I was just waiting for him to throw it at me. This was funny. I flashed over because my thinking was I flash shield him. I thought Ezreal was gonna, like, I don't know, panic something, and I just wanted to try and help, but honestly it was a stupid play. I shouldn't have flashed because he's gonna die regardless, right? That's okay though. This is fine. Again, right here, I was worried about this because we were all chunked. I didn't have my ultimate. I'm pinging back, I think. Yeah, I'm pinging back. Vex goes in and gets it. That's fine. Suicidal psychopath. Does she have a bounty right now? No, okay, that's fine then. I don't really care. That is fine. I think I start pinging back a lot here because I'm like team, so Vex ping retreat, I ping retreat, I don't have my ult, all that shit. Hang back here for that. Oh, this one was sad. I wish I had I should have pinged attack on the Fizz or something. Because the Fizz was 100% dead here because he uses that. Like, that sucks. It's okay though. Still happy with the play. The reason I used my ult there was just to make sure when I dashed in that he immediately got CC'd and didn't get the time to troll pull to kill Whatchamajiggy. If we go up here, lose Rift isn't fast enough, it's fine. I think I properly communicate to back out here. Not early enough. I should have started pinging the ult earlier, my fault. This. I did ping it. I should have pinged the ult earlier. I didn't want to go in without my ult. Here, I'm just pushing for vision. It's cool.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And here, I'm just... I didn't go in here because I didn't know where most of their team was. I honestly, because this was like a moment where a lot was happening, I had a lapse where I didn't actually look at the minimap for... Like, I did hear and I saw Fizz was here now, but when he was first going in, I didn't realize Fizz was top lane. Like, when he first dashed forwards, I think. Because I saw the Yorick. Like, there I saw the Yorick and I looked away and I didn't notice the Fizz, so I saw the Yorick coming down. And then when he goes in, the Fizz, I think, is off the minimap for the moment that I'm looking at it. It's like, I'm okay, I'm looking here, I say, okay, there's Yorick there, clearing this thing, moving up here, and then right here, I think right here, I look, when I see him dash, I look at the minimap. I completely missed that the Fizz was ever there, and then I look back here, and I'm like, okay, we know the Yorick was coming down this way. We don't know where Shyvana, Fizz, or Lucian are. In my mind. So I just didn't follow him up here because of that. It's like, this is insane. Like, we're running into their base when we don't know where 3 of them are, and we know for a fact that one of them is coming towards us. Right? So obviously this is a look at the minimap more carefully, but at the same time, I still think I would have done what I did here. I tried to stop the shield bow from getting wasted there, but... Yep. I just don't see the need to... Yeah, this one's just a free pick. The main reason I run at Lucian there is because I know the Lucian has the Nautilus, and Lucian can't insta-kill me, even though I'm under-leveled. So I may as well, like, zone him off, right? That's fine. Just setting up vision for again by the looks of it. Ping, ping. Shyvana taking her shit. Oh yeah, here I was just trying to get in range to save him. If I was a little bit faster, I could have. But that's okay. Because I had my ult there, so I could have, like... That was one of those I wasn't 100% sure I was going to make it, and I didn't want to risk committing the ult to it. Moments... Yeah, if I know this. Oh yeah, was this the... The entire team was here. I only did this because I saw the Vex ult. So in my mind, I'm like, this is a roughly fair fight. Fizz isn't there. They just lost their Yorick. So it's a 3v3. Vex is gonna go in. Honestly, I didn't look at her resource bar. I just assumed that because she was going in, she had fear, so that's a little risky. But I thought she was going to instantly fear everyone. And I knew that I had a cheeky entrance, so I just ulted and used the blast cone. Basically, I figured we had a shit ton of CC, so the fact that it's a fair fight is actually like a 60-40 in our favor. And Vex was going to go in and feed, and this is like, yeah, I was like, okay, I probably wouldn't have forced this, but it's close enough in our favor that I'll go with the Vex. But yeah, it was still a cheeky play. Yeah. Go. I think we just play around turn for the rest of the game pretty much. I mean, we get another dragon, but ping some stuff, slap some stuff, be there. This one was just, I see Lee Sin. Well, okay, so more specifically, I saw Yone feeding again, because he's been just, I think he's just been feeding all game. Okay, maybe not actually dying that much, but he's been trying to feed all game. And then Lee Sin ran down here to save him, and obviously Lee Sin can dash to you, so I just walked close enough that he could dash out, but I was like, I'm not committing to this, but I just made sure I walked over so he could dash to me. Because I play Rakan and I know what it's like when your allies say middle finger. I'm glad the team actually showed up here because I was gonna commit deeper in this fight, so I was happy with just ulting the Nautilus. The fact that when I got rooted, like when the Nautilus came around the corner and started fighting me, the fact that I didn't get murderized by their team kind of told me that their team wasn't nearby. They were either that, it was either they weren't nearby or they were playing like trigger discipline, right? To like super bait me in, but my guess was right and they actually just weren't nearby. Which is why I just went in on Nautilus here. Right there, I was sad. I was going to go for the Shiv, and then I was like, okay, Shiv doesn't even have ult. She's not really threatening here. And then I was like, oh, the Lucian's here. I can just run over and tag him. I was honestly sad because I really thought that I was just like, this was literally just, I thought I had tagged him, so I left. Entirely my fault for not more thoroughly tagging him. Like right here, I could have sworn I was in hitbox range right there, but it happens. Yeah, that's fine. I'm killing a Q. I'm so happy that that Fizz was AFK, by the way. Right here. I face-checked this Fizz for no reason. What I should have done was go here and ward the bush, because you stand like beside this little, there's a very super tiny crack right there. You stand between this little purple bit and this crack, and then you click on, it is really hard to see in the thing, but there's this leaf. You click like, with your camera centered here, you click like halfway down that leaf, and it works. It's a really shaky lineup. I wish I had a better one, but yeah, right here I should have done that, because if this Fizz was not AFK, he could have just like basic attack Q me. Like right here. There's no reason. Like, he can easily just Q through me, basic attack me, jump back into the bush, but he was AFK, so bad play, not penalized by Sleepy Player. Also, Fizz is in every fucking game. In I don't know what ELO people call whatever this is, like 6 silver to gold. I don't understand why everyone plays Fizz. No one's good enough to play Fizz. He's not even that hard of a champion, but like, he requires decision making that people just don't have. I walked up there to ward because that Zanya's looked super scuffed. Yeah, we get Baron. Blub, 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 blub. Smacka, smacka, smacka. Many smacka. So many smacka. Skimming through this stuff a lot just because I care mostly about the early game, but it is still good to watch the later game. I'm just staying in vision there. This was a little bit of a force. I figured we were strong enough at this point that, like, not even stronger than them, like just our team comp at this point is very strong. Even though we're not like a front to back team fighting comp, I figure we just have enough damage that we can kind of just blit on them, for lack of a better way of explaining it. And I knew Fizz was top, and Fizz is their most scary member, just because Fizz is silly. But Shyvana went mid, so I'm like, okay, cool. Fizz is top, Shyvana's mid. There's 3 here. And there's 4 of us. Like, Ezreal has the Shyvana cut off, so even though Ezreal's not here, that means this is a 3v3, but Ezreal's closer than the Shyvana is, right? So what I'm trying to do here is get on the Lucian. I think what I should have done, like my mind was literally, I just ult and Shurelia's because I want to get on the Lucian. I think what I should have done was just ignored the Lucian and just like eat over to this guy and then just charm these two. And then if Lucian decides to try and fight, that's when I go on him, right? But I forced this when my team wasn't even there to follow up, which is kind of silly. I should have just E'd. And it's not like I haven't played these fights before. It's like I've done it a bajillion times. It's okay. At least I forced him to E away. So in the end, this is still useful. Like it's not like I completely trolled the fight. But if I had just... Did I not have... I did. If I just like R or ER to Vex and then over to... Where the fuck champion is this? Lee Sin? Yeah. I would have charmed this guy, got the move speed, ran up here, charmed this guy. Then I can just run towards Lucian and force him to dash away just like this. So basically, the fight would have gone the exact same way, with the exception of these two would have gotten charmed. So really, this isn't that bad, but in another world, I don't use Flash, and I just charm both of these. So it's like plus charm minus Flash. That's the only real difference. So could have played it better, but it's at least not griefing the fight. Yeah, that Maiden wrecked the hell out of me. I did not expect that. And here I'm just looking for opportunities to go back in. I killed myself here. Like, I knew going in here would kill me. Because the Fizz was on his troll pole, and I know that it does about half my health right now. So I knew I was dead. But my thinking was... when I got to... So Lee Sin lands a Q and goes in here, right? So we're hard committing to this fight. I know Yone's coming, and our entire team is around here. Fairly healthy, not like super healthy, but fairly healthy. Lucian's already used everything. So in my mind, I'm going in because if I just land a knock up on Fizz, even if I die, we win the fight, was my thinking. As long as I crowd, because the Lucian's kind of out of the fight already, so I'm thinking as long as I just crowd control the Fizz, whether I die or not, we win the fight. So when I saw him commit to the dash, I went in, knocked him up, die when he lands, obviously, but yeah, our entire team's here. This is what I thought was going to happen, so I'm happy with that because I read the fight properly. I'm sure there's a way I play that without dying, or I just don't go in and we win anyway, but I prefer committing to it. Do some smacker. We go back there. I could wait for the next Baron. What here? So I think I ult Shirelia's. Yeah, this is nothing fancy. That's just a go in. I went on the Yorick just because. I mean, who else do you go on there, right? Nothing. No. Oh, not backspace. I was thinking we could end here. I didn't estimate how long it would take the minions to arrive. Get some word. It's weird how I'm pinging, I swear, in these, like, I swear I'm pinging push mid, but I don't see the mid push ping appearing. And then Yone feeds. That's because he likes the food. He's hungry. But he doesn't understand that him dying gets the enemy food, not him. That's fine. I used Shirelia's here just because we were heading out to Dragon and that guy was there, so I may as well. Right there, I needed to react a little bit faster. Like, obviously the Shyvana can ult away. My goal was specifically to force her to ult away. But looking at it, like, in my mind when I played it back, it's like, if I reacted a little faster, I actually probably would have caught her before she ulted away. But I was fine with trading this here. That flash was a misclick. I wanted to go over the wall, but I somehow ended up flashing in a way that it like janked me over here. That's just a mechanics thing. I probably shouldn't have committed my ult. Is okay though. In a game where we weren't as strong, that would be really bad. But so right here, I'm just looking to do anything that I can help with, but. What's that? Cool. Cool. Leaf. Okay. So, quick note take. I took some notes, but I want to take more notes. I can't open the spreadsheet. Thank you. Level 6. Wasn't in lane for this. But peeled back when they both had their ults available. Team win condition, yes. I didn't fully play towards it in this game, but that's just because I felt like we were strong enough at one point that we didn't need to. But in my mind, it was like, we do not want to front to back because we're a bunch of like super mobile things that are good at picking people off, right? I guess technically Vex isn't super mobile, but she's good skirmish pick potential. But I did consider it, and I actively played around it early and would have if we kept going. Playing from Fog. Very happy overall here. Same as above. I just need to start tracking support wards better. Neutral epics. Was a bit sluggish towards second Herald. And that was good. Quadrant words, I was gonna say yes. Foundation pinks, say yes. Comms getting a lot better. Still need to constantly be thinking of warning back pings on allies, forcing silly plays. Evaluation. early game evaluated situations properly, but didn't fully adapt to the reality. Partially did, but needed to just back off and play defensively, or ping much earlier to push. Cool. Overall good. Daily summary. I have one more game to play, but 2023 306. This one is just how to phrase this. Basically, the only thing that I really super want to take away from that game, rather than saying like play defensively and blah blah blah, what I really want to do is just push more aggressively for resets. For how about when ahead, push more aggressively for resets if the enemy dies. They come back scurry. Okay, there we go. Push more aggressively, the enemy dies, rather than waiting for normal back timing. Cool. Makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go washroom, get some tea, and then next game. Okay, we are in Champ Select. Obviously, you can't see the screen because it's not picking it up. That's fine. So far, it's looking like a game that I want to play very aggressive early. Not like trolling levels of aggressive, but just they first picked Soraka, so I can definitely contest Bushis. I have no idea what my bot laner is. Oh wait, never mind. I have a Vigar bot lane. Sorry. I didn't realize that was a bot laner. Yeah, Vigar, Rakan versus Soraka Caitlyn. So they can poke, and that's annoying. But we have a Kayn jungle. Oh, sorry, the enemy is a Kayn jungle. So I'm not really expecting ganks early. We have a Graves. So basically, I want to just contest the side bush here. I don't really need to respect the second, third wave gank, level 3 gank, but I probably will anyway, just because I've learned at whatever rating this is, people intentionally do what they can to force coin flips, so I'll just not take the coin flip and play the game properly. So I'll probably respect a Kayn gank, even though I technically shouldn't have to, because Soraka has no fucking gank setup. I don't give too much up for doing that. I wish you could buffer movements in the wall, just because, yeah. Okay, anyway. That's the general game plan. We're going to try and push the tempo a little bit. Don't get poked out by Caitlyn. Just look for, whenever I have Spell Thief stacks, basically look for little trades. If I get a knock up or if Vigar gets a stun, go in on that. Look for 2 steps on either of them, preferably the Caitlyn, but she's long range, so it might be hard. And then go for objectives.
Minions have spawned. Turret plating will fall soon. has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Has been slain. Shut down. The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon. The enemy's inhibitor has
Well, those games were kind of stumps. Hey, I just jumped from silver 3 to silver 1. I just... that's pretty good. I will watch the replay in a second, just waiting to make sure it doesn't time out. What do I want to do? I wanted to say... I thought I actually did a fair bit that game. I don't think I got carried. It's weird. I actually felt like my team carried more in the previous game, but I got an S+. And in this game, I did more. I got an A-. I know like the rating doesn't matter, but it's just strange how it feels like I did much better in this game than I did in the last game. I didn't go bot for a lot in the middle of that game because Vygar looked like he was doing fine, to be fully honest. I was like, why would I go bot when I can just stay here? Trying to figure out what MMR was I before that game. I don't actually have any idea. Is there any way to know? I just gained 106 LP. That's pretty good. What does Alex say? Good lord. That's amazing. Yes, amazing. Definitely. Let's say that. Okay. 106 LP in one game. Okay, this is probably good to download. Sorry, I was typing on Los Discordu. Okay, notes. Tracker. Yuck. So silver 1. Yeah, I just went from silver 3 to silver 1 in a single game. Okay, so this game was actually kind of neat because I had a game plan going in early. I didn't actually realize how... So I don't know if it's... Like, I'll have to play more Vigar games to know, because I don't actually know. But I thought Vigar would be able to hold his ground early game. Like, not like shitteth upon enemies, but I figured he'd be, like, fine at just, like, kind of pushing wave a little bit and farming, just holding the wave. But apparently he just gets completely dumpstered. I didn't know that. So I learned. My initial game plan in that game was to contest the bush and just be aggressive and bully the Caitlyn. And I know that she can poke me a lot and it's really annoying. But I figured between like glacial procs and whatnot, I could kind of like go in, like do quick little cheeky trades, right? Or the Raka even. Like I didn't want to go for kill threat. I just wanted to use my spell thieves kind of thing. That's what I figured would happen. Those two could like contest the wave, and then I would just kind of go for spell thief procs. But apparently what actually happens is Caitlyn shits on Vigar so hard that it's a losing lane. So I very quickly adapted my playstyle. I went from wanting to do that to just saying, okay, I'm just gonna conserve health and just wait, basically. Rift Herald ended up moving towards a bit later than I would have liked, just because I felt like I really needed to babysit the Vigar after I learned. But sorry, someone said something funny in the Discord channel. So I adapted what my game plan was gonna be after I realized how hard Caitlyn beat Vigar, so I now know in the future. But I'm happy with how I adapted it overall. In general, I think this was a really good game. And like I said, I think I did better in this game than the previous game. Overall, quick post-game thoughts are planned to contest bush and just poke for spell thief procs until rift. I didn't think I could bully Kate, not Siat, Kate Raka out of lane. So goal was just to scale. Learned that Vigar, this or all, I don't know, need to pay attention, loses really hard to Kate in wave pressure. So I quickly adapted my play style to just conserve health until something happened. Cool. That's how I'm going to summarize that game. Bush contest, decided I was going to. Quickly learned that Kate, or that Vigar has 0 wave pressure levels 1 to 3, which I didn't realize. Early game strategy. See game thoughts for this one. Level 2. By this point, I had decided just to conserve health. So I'm happy with how I did that. Third wave gank. Wasn't concerned versus a Soraka Kate. What's the champion's name? Kane. I don't know if there's an E on that, actually. Second clear gank, same as third wave. Level 6. Wasn't really concerned about their level 6 spike, as it doesn't really apply lane pressure. Okay, team win condition. That one was just like... I was thinking we looked fairly strong in the late game. Like, Vigar Cassio scaled pretty well. Vigar is weird. I find him more of a mid-game champion. Like, yes, he technically scales infinitely, but... I find, like, resists and whatnot kind of catch up to that. But either way, they both scale really well. And Graves is just strong early game, so my thought was just poke to get stuff, look for objectives. Objectives started a bit later than I expected, which we'll review in a minute, but playing from Fog. This is starting to become a habit that I am not actively having to think about anymore. Neutral Epic's Herald was later than I would have liked due to the pressure bot lane. Overall, happy with my ability to control my team. Yes. I might actually just remove this Quadrant Warden Foundation pink thing, because these are just fully ingrained. Just like I don't even need to think about them. Comms. Wondering if I want to enable chat so I can say short phrases while walking into the map. Some edge cases are hard to ping. Like, awesome bot, so low, Vigar. Good job. Evaluation. I'm at a point where this is second nature to consider, but I still don't react fast enough to reality. I might be trying too hard to push my own decisions. We'll have to see. Okay. Overall, I'm happy with that, though. Let's look at the game. Let us look at the game. Tasty. Yeah, I don't know how people play so many games in a day. 2 games is like 3 hours for preparation, like warm up and stuff, thinking about it, playing the game, reviewing the game, taking a break, playing the next game, reviewing the game. It's literally like 3 hours to do 2 games. I'm sure I'll get better at doing like the review and the mental cycle between games faster, but like, the heck. For this one, I think I'm only going to look at like the first 10, basically until after the Rift Herald. Because the latter half of the game was just a lot of communication, warding stuff, and trying to get my team to do the objective I wanted, and which for the most part I was fairly successful with. I also followed Graves around a bit through the jungle just to support him, engage plays where possible. But yeah, what I mostly am actually curious from this game to look at is the very early game. I want to look carefully and see if this matchup, Caitlyn Veigar, is as one-sided as it was, or if it was like a player difference. Not like I'm blaming them, but just so I know in the future, if I see something like Caitlyn Veigar, I can know what to expect. And so that's one, and then the other one is, could have gone to Rift Herald. Could have gone to Rift Herald earlier is another one. Because it was fairly late, because I like the pressure just felt really high, like I needed to be around for him to get strong enough that he could solo this. Once he was strong enough, I felt good letting him solo, because like, even though he's immobile, it's like these guys don't have much kill threat, so you can just farm. The main reason when he started pinging later that I came back down was just to get him a reset. I did, technically I all in with my ult and everything. I didn't really think we'd be able to kill them, but it's mostly to pressure them enough to make them go back so Veigar could get a reset. And then I just left bot lane again, which I think was the correct play. But yeah, so here... So that's just me trying to get my spell sleeve stacks. Honestly, I'm not too... Because they don't have direct kill threat, I'm honestly not too worried about getting chunked a little bit like that. When I have pots and whatnot, I'd rather get the spell thief stacks. But I just need to... It's the thing I need to keep in mind. I want to control the bush here, but Veigar has little enough threat that... like, I can't... If I walk into the bush, like, they're not going to kill me, but, like, I'm just going to get chunked to hell and back, so... I think I got headshot by Caitlyn here. No, okay. There was one time where she shot me and I was like, oh damn. Like right here, I'm just looking for a pressure. I want to go in on Soraka to get the... Yeah, right here. I just walked over much. Right here, yeah. This is fine. I'm literally just looking for spell thief stacks. That's 100% of all I'm doing because I'm not going to kill them. Yeah, I'm fine with that because I'm giving him health. I'm trading my health to get Veigar health because I want him to farm. I'm totally cool with that. If Caitlyn's willing to shoot me to give me a free chunk of health on Veigar, I'm good with that. And then she wards. I don't even care that she lands a key here. I did like try to juke. It doesn't look like I tried to juke it, but I tried to predict where she was going to throw it. Right here, I think I just... Yeah, Veigar flashes away from me here, which really sucks. I have my E up. Like right there. I have my E up, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, I can just E to Veigar, he'll be fine. Like, he'll have to go back, but he'll be fine. But then he flashes out of my E range after Caitlyn fires the shot. Did I miss my Q? Like, what happened? Oh, I was silenced when I pressed Q, so it didn't go off. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if my E would have saved him there, but I was sad when he flashed away. The reason my Q didn't go off is because I was silenced, and I didn't notice that the Q didn't go off. If my Q had gone off and I'd managed to dash, he would have lived for sure, but that's fine. So right here... So one thing I need to realize, one thing I need to figure out is there's a weird vision thing around this wall where people can always see around the corner farther than I expect them to be able to see around the corner. I went in here because I figured if she stopped to shoot me, she'd get stunned, which is exactly what happened. I didn't Q her. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm just backing because I'm like, fuck it. We've got to take the bad back timing. I should have back pinged. Like right here, I knew this was bad. This isn't like he died, so therefore I knew it was bad. It was a case of, I believe, if I remember correctly, I saw that Vigar. I saw that Graves was out of mana, and that Mord has had his what's his resource called? Actually, I don't know what it's called. I can't check. His Angry Shield resource, whatever that's called. Graves was out of mana, and Mord had his shield fully stacked when he chased down over here. And I knew it was a bad chase because of that. The Graves didn't. I should have back pinged him. I didn't. So that's kind of my fault. He probably would have been had enough bloodlust here that he wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, then he rage pings. That's fine. This is just getting vision. The only reason I W4 there is because I knew the Mord had just left. Cool. Thanks, Fireman. I think I head back and help him crash a wave, if I remember correctly. I just wanted to get him a back timing. Oh yeah, Caitlyn randomly feeds. Just fancy. That happened because I stayed in the bush. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to help him crash here so we can go back. Because I see he's completely out of mana.
Shut down.
Nice. And then yeah, I just cool. Oh right. Okay, so part of the reason why I didn't go Rift early, I knew he was getting bullied. The other reason is because I had a really freaking weird back timing here. Which is like too early to go to Rift, but late enough that if I recall, come back bot lane or something, and then recall, like by the time I get there, I have to recall again to go to Rift, right? So because of this, like this weird back timing being about 50 seconds earlier than I would have wanted, I elect to go back through bot and wait for the next recall timing to go to Rift. But I should have pinged and asked our Graves or basically one of these people, mid-top or jungle, doesn't matter who. I should have asked one of them when I realized this was a really weird back timing and I couldn't like go here, come back, go back immediately. Should have pinged any one of them, probably Alawi, because she's currently pushed up and this, to just drop a ward like literally on Rift, just because they could do it in the amount of time that I know it's going to take for the next recall. That's what it is. So like that's actually a note that I'm going to take for today's daily summary is ask an ally to ward Rift Herald if I end up on a weird back timing for whatever reason, i.e. have to recall around 6:30 instead of 7:30, right? Yeah. Because that's a big one, because they could have snuck it here. I don't think they were, like, I didn't know where the cane was at the time, but they could have snuck it because like top has absurd amounts of pressure right now. Our mid has pressure, but she's kind of chunked, so I should have said like, hey, please drop word there. Like just ping the, should have pinged like 1 or 2 times the whatever it's called, the need a ward, request ward, and then not this one because she's pushed in, so that would have been really rude. But I could have then pinged the trinket of this guy or this one. Probably her was the best choice here. So that's a lesson. When I'm recalling on weird timings, because I can't reasonably recall and then go here, because I'll be here at like 7:10, and then I'm standing around doing nothing for like 50 seconds while he gets wrecked bot lane. And I don't want to gank the Zed because the Zed can just leave. So it's like, I can't even like go top, waste some time here and then do this. So basically, if on a weird off-cycle recall, Maybe we're going to drop a ward just in case in the time that I'm coming back here and waiting for the next recall timing, they try and sneak it. And the reason I path bot here is literally because that timing was weird, and I'm like, I just need to get another recall. Like, all I'm thinking really here is I just need another recall. Okay, the reason I W'd there was because I don't actually know if this minion can spot you walking around here. And this is where the weird vision thing comes into play. Sometimes you can see weirdly far around here. Like, in my mind, I'm out of vision, but I think this minion might actually be able to see me there. Okay, no, it can't. So that's good to know. So this is the weird... See, this is the thing here. It does this little weird, like, bloop. Like this little weird lip of vision there, where it's like you can't see, and then it kind of goes in farther. That's what I mean by weird vision around here. But I can actually stand... So if my camera's in a line... is aligned with it, I can stand at, like, almost where this torch is. So I'm a little bit far back. I could be here, but that's okay. I'm out of vision. That's the main thing. And I'm just chilling here, soaking XP. I'm waiting for the wave to build up a bit because I want to push him out, but I'm only level 4 right now, so I just wanted to soak some XP, just to hopefully be a bit stronger for Herald, which I think was the right play. And right here, I'm just, at this point, I'm just looking for a way to get it back. That's the entire goal. I think I just chunk ricochet, yeah, versus Q randomly. So we have these waves that are going to slow build. I'm just sitting here pressuring from the fog just to make it so they don't want to come up and try and farm because I'm trying to get a recall timing. I needed to notice this Soraka literally only ever Qs this little bit here, so I should just stand back here, but it's okay. This play is not because I think I could kill them. It's literally I'm just trying to chunk them enough that we can go back. Because I want to get to Rift Herald. I can't remember when like right here? Yeah, okay, cool. So this recall, I start pinging, that ping on Rift is mine. Because this is where I want to get it. So I'm not like crazy late, but we're late enough that without vision they could have soloed this. Or stolen it. Or, oh my god, snuck. They could have snuck it. But yeah, so all that was literally just to get to Rift. And then so many shenanigans happen around here. I think the Zed, like, at some point Graves like forces a fight onto the Zed and dies. I can't remember if that's this Rift or the next Rift, but yeah, here I'm just posturing around. I knew there was a ward. I saw a ward here and I knew there was one there, and I didn't want to reveal that it was me. So I walked around here to place that so they might think it was Graves and not me. I W'd early, but... So yeah, I played that poorly. I don't know it would have made much difference. If I had my ult, it would have been crazy good. But I literally just... So right here, I elected to hover. This is the big decision that I wanted to reevaluate. I elected to hover around top lane for Rift Herald the entire time instead of going back bot with Vigar. And the reason for that was I hit tab and I was like, okay, Vigar seems to be surviving. Not like crazy strong or anything, but he's surviving. And I feel as though me being here to make sure we get this, to unlock mid lane, because this is already at half health, is going to be way more value than me just standing here trying to poke a lane that has 0 ability for me to kill, and that has 0 kill threat against the Vigar. So that's the thinking. And I kind of just hover around. I eventually just elect to reveal myself here, which might be risky, because they could bot, but like, so my thinking on this one was, okay, normally I wouldn't reveal myself, but in this case, if I reveal myself, Kayn has to choose between trying to like tower dive a Veigar bot lane, which I think at least I had assumed was Veigar is safe, even if they're like, oh my god, Rakan's like mid, we can just bully him. I'm like, okay, the wave is pushing, he's gonna get to collect farm here, he has his KG thing, I don't think he's at risk of being killed. So what that is gonna do is that's gonna end up summoning Kayn to come top. And when Kayn comes top, Veigar's then like, okay, cool, I'm not at threat of being ganked, and these two have no kill threat against me because they're Soraka Caitlyn. I think it ended up playing out that way. I started hovering bot side here a little bit just because the Graves was making me think he was not going to come to Rift. And I was like, okay, well, if we're not doing Rift, then I'm going to go back because me standing here doing nothing is pointless. Oh, I think the other reason why I took that ward was because I saw my XP. I forgot about this. I think I saw that my XP was so close to 6 that going over here and grabbing that would get me 6, if I remember correctly. That was the other reason why I did this, I believe. No, okay, that's not why. Oh, yeah, okay. I came over here because I wanted to soak some XP to get to level 6. Sorry, but then I started hovering down even more because this guy looked like he wasn't wanting to do anything. That's he kind of as anticipated. They can't really do much. I think he was okay. This is risky in solo queue because people's mentals are super fucking fragile. And he could just completely tilt out and not play because I'm not AFK in lane with him, right? Right here I was trying to stand on the opposite side of Rift from Graves. But the Graves kept just like moving everywhere and sliding everywhere, so like fuck. Like as I go over here to get on the other side, I think he just slides through again. Or something. Yeah. But it's right here I just walk into try and zone this guy. I dashed away to make sure he couldn't get he couldn't ult me because I didn't want him to kill me, and then all the shenanigans happen. This is really risky. It's played kind of sketchy. But thankfully our mid lane just killed the person, so we got this. And then right here, I'm like, our mid lane just solo killed the Mord. And the tower is at half health. And the Zed just used his entire all of the everything. And the Kayn just used all of the everything. And we have a Wave Under Tower, and we have a Rift Herald. In my mind, this is go the fuck mid and rift this thing. Like, right away, like instantly. Because that's a free tower. Like, we just rift it in the time that the rift is spawning, we chunk it down, and then rift kills it. And they can't do anything about it because Mord just died. Kayn and Zed both have nothing left. But I think I pinged this, like all these pings are mine, like on the minimap right now. And I think I kept pinging it because this Graves was like, but I want a scuttle crab. Yeah, there's more pings, more pings, more pings. And then Graves is like, no, but our Alawi's going back. I don't want to go mid. Yeah, so that one really saddened me. So what I did here instead was, I think I went to go back and then he was like, help me. Or I just went back, I can't remember. Yeah, basically I'm like, okay, well, the correct play is to just get the tower. Not gonna happen. Just gonna do this. And then they're back pinging me because they don't want me to go in for some reason. I'm like, I want my stacks. Look how easy it is to take the tower. Yeah, I Zanya's right there, like very slightly too early. The hope was that I would Zhonya's most of his damage, and at the very tail end of the Zhonya's, the ult would pop. But I think it pops like a frame after Zhonya's ends. Yeah, like I just needed to literally, if I had pressed Zhonya's there, not even half a, like literally like a 10th or a 20th of a second later, the ult would have popped while I was in Zhonya's, and then I would have been at like half health, and there's no way he could have killed me here. But hey, it happens. Also, 2 games in a row where I'm running down here at 1 HP trying to get away. I'm just waiting on my W. But yeah, that sucks. I've waited a bit on lasagnas. I'm still happy with it though. It was a good try. We got the tower. Yeah, and then from here on is just like I'm brainwashing people to do objectives, basically. I didn't want to reveal myself there, but I also, like right here, I both didn't want to reveal myself and didn't want to give up control over this brush. So I just decided, hey, let's just, because I just put the control word in it, right? And then we just set up for objectives. Yeah, right here that's for help. So I just go down. Again, this all in is literally not because I think we can kill them, because I don't have an Oblivion Orb. It's just to give Vigar space, because I want him to be able to go back. But that ends up not really happening. Cool. Don't need to watch the rest. We're good. We be good. Yeah. Awesome. Time for me to stop streaming.